Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Sagittarius. If Sagittarius is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so tonight we have the Prince of Wands, a very fiery energy indeed. And let's go ahead and take a look and see what these tea leaves have to say. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. All right. So we have this need for movement. Now, if that is in the physical, emotional, spiritual, just plain energetic, I think all of them, really. I really get this impression that there's this feeling of, by any means necessary, we need to get going, we need to get going, we need to get going, right? We're going to make things happen this week. Now, I'm looking at, we have, let's see, I want to go over here. Actually, let me just stop here real quick. Yeah, so we have an enthroned being here. And enthroned means they're sitting on a throne, right? They're in an elevated position. This is something akin to, you know, king, emperor, queen, empress, high priestess, high priest, hierophant. Somebody who is sitting in that beautiful, ornate, gorgeous chair at the center of attention, commanding everybody's attention. Not only attention, but their respect and their ear, listening, right? So we have this energy right here. And I feel that it really, it's come down to this place where, you know, I almost feel like it's like a lot being said, nobody hearing anything. And not getting the help that you have been needing or wanting or, you know, asking for. And suddenly it is this shift in kind of pardoning that behavior and deciding, yeah, you're either with me or you're not. Right? I'm done waiting. I'm done asking. I'm done being patient. This all needs to happen. Now or never, right? What is that saying? Do the thing or get off the pot, right? Alleviate yourself or get off the pot. So I do feel like, yeah, it's not an anger, but it's kind of a, if I waited around for you to do what you say you're going to do, I'm going to be dissolving back into the earth by then, right? It's like if I asked my 4-year-old, hey, let's, you know, clean up all of your messes and make your lunch, and then I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to wait and, you know, whatever, I'll be waiting forever. It's not going to happen. You know, sometimes we have to get involved. We have to guide. Unfortunately, it's not just 4-year-olds that we have to wait around for, right? It is the adults in our lives. And most often, you know, that is the case. So, absolutely taking power into your own hands, getting this thing done, and seeing who really is going to show up for you, right? There's that kind of old saying of, you know who your friends are when you have to move, right? Now, there are factors that would keep somebody from helping you move, of course, and they could still love you and be your bestest friend in the whole world, but you know who's going to show up for you, right? And so, I feel like this is a time where, yeah, you're not doing it anymore. I am not doing it anymore. Say it with me, Sagittarius. It is time. The time is now. And so what is going on? What is this move in your life? Now, it could be that you are really moving, actually moving. This is the time of year where it's a lot easier to move. Now, I moved in the middle of winter, beginning of spring, I guess, but no, it was cold. And yeah, I don't like that. I live in the north. It's cold. Moving in spring, late spring, early summer, perfect. Chef's kiss to that, right? So it could be, yeah, you are moving. Now, this could be something else. It could be an event. It could be, you know, trying to sort out some kind of situation within the family, domestically, whatever it is, cleaning up the house, doing some kind of, you know, renovation. I was going to say a repo. No, not repo. A renovation. And, you know, having some helping hands around. Always a happy thing. Now, if they're really going to help. So, yes, this is the energy. But I also want to look over here. I was looking at this one. Okay. And the other day I was just going through my daughter's books, right? I feel terrible saying this aloud, but we moved in a couple months ago. Most of my daughter's books are still packed. So I said, hey, let's go through them. Let's pick out some more of them. We still got to get some, you know, bookshelves for her. I go to garage sales. I'm constantly buying books. We love to read around here. And I love reading kids' books because they have beautiful artwork. So anyways, we have a book called Strega Nona, right? And this is about a kind of a bruja, a witch, grandmother, right? And she's making pasta in the one that we have. I know there's a series of them. So I'm looking at this and I see the crone. I also see her face right here. You can see the nose and the mouth and kind of that chin. But here's her face, her nose, and kind of the head covering and the body there. Now, a most beloved sign. This is like, it reminds me of my Baba, you know, growing up, beautiful lady. I always talk about on here, I look forward to my cronehood. It is the ultimate rite of passage that I am, you know, running towards full speed. Now some of you do argue you're not a crone yet. Now I'm about 40 years old. So, no, not technically, probably, but in my heart, in my heart I am. And, this is a most beloved, caring, brutally soft archetype. This is, beyond the mother, right? This is, the mother of all mothers. This is the woman who has seen so much, who has felt the many heartbreaks. This is not too far off from the idea of the Lady of Sorrows, right? Our Lady of Sorrows, who is Mary, right? Mother Mary, when she has lost her son, right? The Son of God. And knowing that sacrifice had to happen, but still feeling the immense pain, taking on the tears of the world, right? And so the crone embodies a being that has, you know, seen the cycles of life, has seen many seasons come and go. is, you know, very familiar with the process of loss, of letting go, of understanding everything in its own time, right? And so I feel that, you know, this is an energy that seems to be it's very alive in your world. And this is not to say that you're old or you're feeling old, but I think that you have a mind that is open to the fact that we don't really control anything. We cling to the perception of control because it makes us feel safe. But everything in the universe is chaos. There are minorly perceived systems of order, right? But I don't know what that is beyond illusion. Now, I might be completely wrong here, but as we get older, I think we know that we don't really know that much of anything at all. And there is freedom in that. There is freedom in letting go of the constraints of, and this is, let me say, this is more on a level that is quite existential, okay? This is true within our physical realm, no doubt. But do we still need routines? Do we still have to pay the bills? Do we still have to, you know, brush our teeth and go to the bathroom and you know, eat and hopefully, you know, get some sun, drink some water, all those things. Yes, we do. We do. In this base reality, yes, we must. So I just feel that there is this real current of transmutation from the knowledges of life that you have gained into this place of wisdom. You seem to me to be a person who people would perceive as being quite knowledgeable, but not, and it's not knowledge though necessarily. It is knowledge, but it is wisdom. It is the fact that you have used the knowledge that you have in a functional manner, right? It's not just that you've read books and you can quote quotes and, oh, how smart, how clever. No, the things that you are interested in that are beloved to you, your work, your career, your life within your family, yeah, it's not all theoretical. You put it to use. You put it to use. And I feel that you're probably somebody who has an expansive understanding of things. Many different things, both practical and higher thinking. Okay, so that, along with this crone energy, there is a quietness there. You don't need to talk all the time. You don't need to prove to anybody who or what you are. You're just living your life the best way you know how. And now we have this energy where you're engaging the people who are around you. And there's a sense of, come on, let's get this together. We're doing this together. We're going to build, right? We are a collective. We are a family. We are in some bonded union. So let's do this. No more working for, you know, things that are going to take us away from each other. But let's stay wound in each other's paths. Help one another. And yeah, that fiery energy, it comes in. And sometimes, yeah, it is. I can just imagine kind of snapping your finger. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. You know? Maybe you aren't like that. But in my head, that's how I can imagine you. Just like, okay, come on. Let's get it moving. Okay, let's see. Now here we have the skull. It reminds me so much of one of those tantric dancing skeletons. The face is, yes, I love it. And it so much relates to that crone energy as well. There's just I feel that you just have such an understanding of the nature of things coming and going. Now, when things come to pass, right, and then they get into their state of entropy or dissolution, I feel that, of course, you have moments of sentimentality, of missing, and so on, grief, right? But for the most part, I think that you are somebody that is joyous in things coming and going. You're not somebody who, like, can you think of ever going somewhere, like you've planned something, right? A vacation, for instance. Planned, got it together, got on that trip, so excited. You get there, you've been there for a day or two. Now you're getting towards the middle of your trip and all of a sudden you think, I have to go back to my life pretty soon. We're going to be off of vacation. And then you start grieving the end of this break because you know it's almost over, but you're not even halfway through. And then you spend the rest of your time, trying to have fun, but you're thinking, oh, it's almost over. Oh, it's almost over. Well, I feel that you have let yourself put that out of your mind, that kind of thinking. Oh, here comes Pudgy to yowl down the little yowling this morning, or this evening. And so, I feel that there's this sense of enjoying things. And I think that comes with age. Just enjoying what you're doing instead of beginning to lament, oh, it's going to be over soon. I can't really fully get into it because I'm worried about this. I'm worried about that. All of the moving parts. No, just letting it go. Being that silly dancing skeleton, right? But that's what it is. That's what it is. If we cannot see past what the end is going to be, that's all we'll focus on. And they say that there is something called the death drive that so many of us, we all have it, right? It's kind of the survival instinct, but it's also our fear of death. There's our fear of our mortality. And it's the thing that kind of, it's the reason we do a lot of things in our life. But we can choose to fear it and move in fear throughout our lives, do things out of desperation, out of worry, and so on, or we can choose to celebrate these moments that we have as we have them, not in hindsight, not in anticipation of, but when we are there, when we are doing it, when we are breathing and the blood is flowing through our bodies and we're warm and we have the ability to live, to really live. And I see that and it reminds me, and that's what these old images are so about, right? And all cultures have them. I like some of the medieval European depictions of like the maid dancing with the skeleton, or there's some of these memento mori and things like this. The kind of the jovial, joyous, silly motifs. I love those because it's like we must relish all parts as much as we can, right? We must embrace. Can you imagine having a day where instead of those moments where you start to worry, you just turn it around and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the mistakes I've made, the things I've forgotten. What a blessing. They weren't for me. It wasn't supposed to happen that way. I'm gonna dance a little, you know? And all of the things that do come, what a blessing those are. And I'm going to smile and laugh and you know, and covet them for just a moment. What a life that would be, you know, to be able to get there. And it looks like you are trying. It looks like you're trying there, Sagittarius. All right, let's see. We have, it looks like a person and a rabbit. We have a person up here who looks like they're kind of running away from a siren. Okay, so we know that the mermaid or the siren is... it's related to, well, I have different meanings for it, but the two big ones. One, a being that pulls out the symbols of the unconscious, swimming through that unconscious ocean, finding bits and fragments of meaning in these expansive abstracts, or the classic interpretation of the siren calling, singing, and chanting. Sailors on their boats, and they turn their boats towards the sound of the singing to go find it, and they, you know, inevitably run into, you know, the shallows, the rocks, the cliff, and sink. Right? So I do feel like there's a sense of something in your life, somebody, I think, kind of trying to woo you, enchant you, flirt with you a little bit. And I see you running away. You know there's something up with this person. Something, they might be lovely, they might be wonderful, and maybe they have the best intentions, but there's something about them, about their life, that it does not work for you. Okay? Within friendship, maybe this is family, maybe this is an old lover, an ex, or, you know, somebody new. Whoever or whatever, you're not having it. I do not see anything happening there. Okay? But I feel like they, you know, they really are, have their gaze fixed upon you. So beware of this person. Now, we also have, it says 2, and then we have OC over here. And we have the person and the rabbit, and I feel like this is a symbol of spiritual devotion. I feel that there is really this intense inspiration, a creative fertility happening. And a lot of this is coming through not only your faith, but you're just trusting in the process, whatever that looks like, right? And I feel like this is very much in the spiritual sense. I feel that you know that the universe is going to provide for you, that there is this sense of letting go of control, needing to know, needing to lead, all of these things. And finding that joyousness in your life because you have the emotional and spiritual bandwidth to do so. Okay? Now, I do also think that, and it might feel like it's in conflict, but it makes sense to me that at the beginning of the reading, there's still this feeling of, yeah, I'm trying to herd cats and get people to get this stuff done. Now that I feel is in the mundane. Really, you know, in your physical world, day-to-day stuff. Need to get this done, need help, let's go, right? But in a higher place and thinking. Definitely feel that there's a sense of just trying to let the universe kind of take the reins. Well, it already does, but it is an understanding, right? You're coming to this understanding and acceptance. Now we also have in the middle a clock. Okay, so it does feel like something is kind of, and it says 2:10. So it does feel like something has a time limit on it, right? There is something really, I think, running out of time. So that makes sense why there's this need to get it done. And that might be that you're moving, like I said. I did a big old stretch, sorry. We worked so hard. We got my husband, shout out to Dove and Serpent Tarot, my husband Paul over there. Go check him out. Go check out his new set. We just got his new set going. All put up. I don't think the videos with the new set will come out for a couple days. I think he's ahead a few days or whatever in his recording. But yeah, we spent so much time getting that together. And then I did my little, setup. And I'll tell you what, I needed to stretch my back. But yes, let's go ahead. I switched the divine to the divine doors. Okay, we were using the wild offering oracles. Now we're back on the divine doors. Okay, now I've used these before. They're my favorites, I think, or at least one of them. I always say that. I'm like, these are my favorite cards. They are right in this moment. We'll just say it that way. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna flip through. I'm gonna stop where it feels right. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I love these temples. Okay, it says Divine Guardian. Do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. And it says pass this card on. So I think that you are supposed to pass these cards to the people as you see fit. Now I use them for my readings, so they stay here, but I love these cards. They're really cool. So anyway, Sagittarius, I love you. I thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. It is free to subscribe. Also, if you would like to leave a comment, please do. I would love to hear from you. And I wanted to I have these new statues that are so gorgeous. And I want to get the name of the shop that I got them from, who I believe is the original artist. And she's from Poland. And her work is so gorgeous. And I have to see. Now, I know the name of let me see. I know the name of the shop here. And the name of the shop is Her Stories Shop. Her Stories Shop. Okay? And I'm trying to see. I want to see here. Her work is gorgeous. I mean, it is just beautiful. I cannot express to you how excited I was to receive these. And this is this beautiful piece and this beautiful piece right here. And they're just so pretty, so well made. And I cannot find... I don't know how to use these apps very well. I'm trying to see if I can see her name somewhere, but I don't see it. I know I have the card. Well, anyways, I'm going to post her info. I'm going to post her info. And also, actually, as I'm saying this, I have another piece over here that is really beautiful as well. And this one right here, this little toad is so gorgeous. It's from Art Obscura Botanica. Okay, that is the store. They still have the toads available, and I'm not trying to sell anything. I just want to let you know. I want to show the artists and say their names. I don't do that enough because these are so beautiful. This one actually, and you've seen her before. She's been in a lot of my readings. This is from Portland Mary. This is an artist out of Portland, and I have a couple new pieces from her coming pretty soon. But yes, so we have these ones again. I'll just go over them. Her Story Shop. These ones are from, or this one, this toad here, is from Art Obscura Botanica. Okay, beautiful. And Portland Mary over here. So I should do a video to go through some of these things. They're so beautiful, so gorgeous. I'm so in love. These new ones are just out of this world. And if you have watched my readings, I talk about the toad being the protector of the doorways and the windows of the house. If you could think about them kind of sitting out in the gardens and the grass near where there's water, watching over our homes. Okay, they are our backyard spirits, and when we make friends with them, they absolutely do help and watch out for us. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say I love you again, and take care of yourself. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Yes, we'll talk soon. Good night, good night, good night.